Hello teammates. Welcome to one of 24 annual Total Force Muster screenings scheduled this fiscal year. I'm Brigadier General Bo Mahaney, the commander of the Air Reserve Personnel Center here in Aurora, Colorado. I'm also the commander for more than 32,000 individual Ready Reserve members in your Air Force. As commander, it's my responsibility to ensure proper procedures are in place to take care of you. I'd like to give you a little background information on why you're here. Not only is muster screening mandated by law, it's also important because it gives us the opportunity to validate and update your personal information in the event mobilization is required. In addition to validating your personal information, today you'll receive briefings on veterans benefits, civilian employment information, assignment opportunities within the Air Reserve component, and most importantly, your responsibilities as a member of the IRR. Muster screening is mandatory, but there are several benefits attending. First of all, you'll notice recruiters are here to provide information on assignment opportunities should you desire to reaffiliate with the Air Force. Secondly, you will receive about $210 for your time. You'll also receive a Reserve ID card if you do not already have one, which allows you to access a host of base services. I sincerely appreciate your time today and service to our great nation. As a component of the Total Force, you provide operational capability, strategic depth, and a surge capability to an active component. I'd love to get your feedback on how you think today's event went. You can call us at your Total Force Service Center, find us on Facebook, or visit our public website. Until next time, have a great day.
Hello, I'm Master Sergeant Christian Michael from the Headquarters Air Reserve Personnel Center in Aurora, Colorado. Welcome to one of 24 IRR muster screenings scheduled to be held in fiscal year 2014. This is your orientation on the Air Reserve Personnel Center, along with a briefing on the individual Ready Reserve muster screening program, as well as job opportunities within the selected reserve. On behalf of your commander, Brigadier General Samuel Mahaney, and the entire ARPC staff, welcome. Did you know that as a member of the Air Force's individual Ready Reserve and Air Reserve component, ARPC is your personnel center? You'll notice there are multiple ways you can contact us to get answers to your personnel questions and concerns. If you don't already have one, all members of the IRR are strongly encouraged to have an account on MyPers to access your personnel records. MyPers is the official online source for personnel policy, information, and day-to-day transactions, and is designed to empower you to manage your reserve career. Simply do a keyword search of IRR. A wealth of information is only a couple clicks away. You can also email us or speak to a live customer service representative by calling the Total Force Service Center. A call center agent will be able to answer your questions or direct you to an office who can. ARPC supports nearly 1 million customers, as you can see. The IRR consists of 3% of our overall customer base, or over 33,000 members. As a member of the IRR, let's discuss your military service obligation, or MSO. Enlisted members should recall signing a 3, 4, or 6-year contract when you first signed up. Regardless of the terms stated on your initial enlistment contract, all members of the Armed Forces incur an 8-year MSO upon initial entry into military service. This is mandated in federal law and applies to every member affiliating with an armed force. For enlisted members, it is based on your initial date of entry into a uniformed service. For officers, the MSO is usually based upon your initial date of commission. What this means is when you left active duty or the selected reserve, after serving your initial 3, 4, or 6-year commitment, you may still have a period of the MSO remaining. That means you will be transferred to the IRR to complete the remaining obligation. If you separated under a program where you received a separation pay benefit, you would incur an additional 3-year Ready Reserve commitment that would be served in the IRR and begin only after your MSO has been completed. Enlisted members will be discharged from all military affiliation once all obligations and commitments have been completed. Officers may resign their commission once all obligation and commitments have been completed, but are usually retained for an additional period unless a request to be discharged is initiated by the member. Be careful though. If you're thinking about resigning your commission, should you choose to reaffiliate with the Air Force later in life, you'll need to start the commissioning process all over again. Another important acronym to keep in mind is ETS, or Expiration Term of Service. All enlisted members have an ETS date which identifies when your enlistment contract expires. This applies to those of you who may have signed an additional contract with the Air National Guard or Air Force Reserve after completing your 8-year MSO. This new contract establishes your ETS as the end date of that contract. If you are released from your assignment prior to the completion of the current contract, you will be reassigned to the IRR to fulfill the remaining portion. Once your ETS has been met, enlisted members will be discharged from the Air Force entirely. Now let's get more into why you're here. The requirement to attend muster duty is found in United States Code 10.12319, Ready Reserve Muster Duty, which states members of the Ready Reserve may be ordered without their consent to muster duty one time each year. They're required to perform a minimum of 2 hours of muster duty on that designated day. Also in law, you're required to notify the Secretary of the Air Force, or in your case, ARPC, of any change in your address, marital status, number of dependents, or civilian employment, and of any change in your physical condition that would prevent you from meeting the physical and mental standards prescribed. In addition to muster duty, ARPC also screens members of the IRR by way of an annual survey mailed to your address on record. Also known as ARPC Form 69, you must include supporting documentation to substantiate any requested personnel changes. Also note, if selected, you may be ordered to participate in other short-term mobilization exercises. Did you know as an IRR member you're still mobilization asset? This is the essence of why the Air Force conducts screenings of our IRR members. The Department of Defense needs a mechanism for verifying and updating personnel and medical information on its reserve forces should the requirement come down for mobilization in support of a national emergency or contingency. As a mobilization asset, many things will still be required of our members. For example, you still need a plan in place for family care in the event your services are required. So, if mobilized, you will be required to complete an official family care plan. IRR members are also required by law to upgrade their civilian employment information annually. This is done by accessing the Guard and Reserve portal. In addition to full-time workers, this requirement also applies to those enrolled in college, working part-time, and those unemployed. Don't forget to save your update. Here's a screenshot of the ARPC public website. On the bottom right, you'll find a link for MIPERS, where you can navigate to the CEI page. If you have a Common Access card and a CAC reader, log into MIPERS on the left side of the page. If not, you can create a MIPERS account on the right side of the page with a user ID and password. Once logged into MIPERS, select Air Reserve from the toolbar. From there, select Access the VPCGR dashboard to access the CEI page. CEI Update is just one of several transactions you're able to make on the VPCGR dashboard. Additionally, you can view your personnel records, update your duty history, apply for a selected reserve position, and request a copy of your DD-214, and more. Next, we'll discuss your pay for attending today's IRR muster. All attendees will earn approximately $210 regardless of rank. Assuming your pay account is built properly, you can expect payment to hit your bank account within 30 to 45 days. As when you're on active duty, direct deposit ensures you get paid in the minimum amount of time. A form is included in your muster orders packet to establish direct deposit. If you didn't bring it with you, your base point of contact has extra forms. When turning in your direct deposit form, please ensure the routing and account numbers are accurate. If not, it could take up to 6 months to correct and pay you. If you do not establish direct deposit, you'll receive a check in the mail. While signing out today, you'll need to verify that your address listed is accurate and current. If not, it will create delays in receiving your pay. Keep in mind though, you cannot collect VA disability pay for the same day as your muster duty. You'll need to make a choice to collect one or the other. If you choose to waive your VA pay, use the form provided with your orders. And again, your base POC has additional forms if you need one today. Please contact the ARPC Personnel Readiness Branch if you haven't received your muster pay within 45 days. As an IRR member, did you know you're still entitled to certain military benefits? As long as you retain a military ID card, you're entitled to shop at the commissary and base exchange, use base morale, welfare, and recreation facilities, Space A lodging and travel, and dental insurance through TRICARE. These benefits are also available for your dependents as long as they're enrolled in DEERS and have a military ID. Keep in mind, all benefits are lost when you're discharged. The TRICARE dental program is administered by MetLife. In order to be eligible for TRICARE dental benefits, you need to sign up at least 12 months prior to your MSO or ETS. The program is a pay-ahead program, meaning each payment is for the next month of coverage. To enroll, call the number listed here or visit the TRICARE Dental Program website. The premiums listed cover the current calendar year. Should you choose to re-affiliate with the Air Force in a participating status within the Reserve component in either the Air Force Reserve Program or the Air National Guard, the benefits and entitlements are greatly increased. Here, you can see some of the benefits you will enjoy by joining the participating Reserve component. Participating members are assigned as a full or part-time reservist or guardsman, reserve individual mobilization augmentee, or an active Guard reserve member. This will give you a rough idea of the extra income an E5 with over 4 years of service assigned to a traditional reserve position can earn. Not bad for a part-time job. There are additional ways to participate in the selected reserve on active duty orders beyond the minimum requirement, thus increasing your income. Reserve members on active duty status also earn housing and subsistence allowances, as well as points counted toward a military retirement. Military pay tables can be found on the Defense Finance and Accounting Service webpage or www.dfas.mil. Members in the participating reserve component are also eligible for health insurance at highly competitive rates via TRICARE Reserve Select. Current year premiums are listed here. Find out more information on www.tricare.mil. Do you currently have life insurance? Would your family have coverage if you died? As a participating reserve component member, you are eligible to purchase term life insurance for the period of time you serve in uniform. SGLI is available for service members for $400,000 worth of coverage for less than $30 a month. This insurance is paid upon death, whether or not you are in status. Family SGLI is available for your spouse and dependent children for up to $100,000 and $10,000 respectively for a nominal premium, and is available as long as you're signed up for full-time SGLI. Did you know you're also eligible to earn education benefits? The Montgomery GI Bill Selected Reserve, also known as Chapter 1606, requires a 6-year commitment in the Selected Reserve. A very popular and lucrative new benefit is the Post-9/11 GI Bill, or Chapter 33. This benefit is available with qualifying active duty service starting September 11, 2001. Participating reserve component members may be eligible to transfer those benefits to qualifying dependents. Transfer of that benefit requires a 4-year service commitment. Contact your Veterans Affairs office or visit www.gibill.va.gov for more information. In addition to these VA benefits, you're also eligible for tuition assistance, college-level testing, and Community College of the Air Force accreditation. Members of the participating reserve component are also eligible for a reserve retirement based on a point system for participation and years of service. In most cases, it's payable at age 60. However, can be lowered based on accumulated time on active duty supporting contingency operations. Here are some example computations of reserve retirement pay for a Master Sergeant and Lieutenant Colonel who have accumulated 3,000 retirement points with 26 and 22 years of service, respectively. Point values come from the most current point valuation for retirement benefits for Reserve and Guard member chart. An Air Force recruiter can go into more detail about current opportunities that may be of interest to you, but there are several ways to participate in the Air Reserve component with different participation and accessions requirements. The traditional reserve duty of 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year can be found in both the Air Force Reserve and the Air National Guard unit programs. IMAs are a unique category within the Air Reserve component. These members are typically assigned to an active duty unit and have similar participation requirements as a unit member. However, the actual scheduling of duty allows for much greater flexibility to meet a member's needs and those of the supported unit. Finally, you can see here there are other ways to participate within the participating reserve component on a full-time basis. Both the full-time technician and AGR programs support the Air Reserve component and offer unique career opportunities to qualified members. Information on both programs can be found on the Air Force portal and MIPER's website. Thank you for your participation and commitment to the Air Force and the 2014 Individual Ready Reserve Muster Screening Program. As a member of the IRR, you provide strategic depth, operational capability, and search capacity to our nation's warfighting mission. We encourage you to maximize your time here today by ensuring all your personal and medical information are up to date, getting caught up on all the IRR requirements and programs, and learning what opportunities are available to you should you desire to re-affiliate with the world's greatest Air Force. We also welcome your feedback on how this program can be improved. Thank you for coming. Travel safely back to your homes and have a great Air Force Day.